So I just wanted to touch on some of the criticisms that you're going to get as a new Shahada. And I'm going to encourage you that that is only a test. It is not that your Lord has forsaken you or forgotten you. It's all part of a test. And the momentous tests that we're giving to those in history, where they begin to basically be persecuted for this way of life. They were persecuted physically. And what we are getting today is nothing what they got in the past. You may get some criticism by verbal abuse. Something that's going to happen. Allah mentions in the Quran, and you shall hear much criticism from the people of the book and the people of the mushriks, the people who are polytheists. You're going to hear much criticism. But Allah says, but be patient and have taqwa. Be patient and have what we have, God consciousness. Taqwa means to fear God. To have a consciousness of Allah. That Allah hears what they say, sees what they do. But Allah will never allow them to overshadow you. But yet you will hear these things. But hear it with patience. Bear it with patience. Because this is what's going to happen because of your conversion. And when people criticize something of that nature, that is something good, you have to always know that you are following something that's right. Because if something is false, people either conform to the falseness, enjoy the falseness of it, and there's no criticism to it. But when you're doing something right, people tend to criticize it because they themselves don't understand it, and also other people who know what they're doing understand it is the truth. And the only way that you can try to eradicate the truth is to demonize the people who follow it. That's the only way. Because you can't get rid of the truth. You can suppress it and you can guard it with a bunch of lies and a bunch of criticism. But the truth is the truth. And it will manifest itself as being such because that's what it is. But the people who understand the mechanism of truth, they find ways to demonize the people who follow it. That's the only way that they can do. They find ways, call you all kinds of different names, but never look at their lifestyle as backwards. Here it is, a person can kiss another man in the street, a woman can hold hands and marry another woman, and this is considered okay. No one criticizes it. It's all good. This is one of the most immoral stages of life, to go to this level. But no one criticizes it, and if you do, you get blamed for saying something against it. But here it is, you want to worship your Lord, pray 5 times a day, fast, give charity, and cover yourself up as a decent woman should, instead of showing yourself like a donkey. They see something wrong with this. Why? Because the society has gone backwards, not you. People have gone backwards. And so therefore, things are going backwards and haywire, and so therefore they don't know the difference. So now, for the new converts, these are things you need to know. Always know that stand firm with the criticism. When you get knowledge enough to study your deen, you will be able to articulate yourself in explaining to them what Islam truly is, instead of what the media is telling them. Because most of the people's information comes from TV and what they read. They don't do the studying themselves. The best way to give a good example is to live a good example. Always practice the deen. And in order for you to practice it, you have to know how to practice it. So in the event that we will get these criticisms from our parents first, as the Sahabas did, that they will say that you have followed the wrong way. And some of them don't want to support you sometimes. They think something's wrong with you. And they say, how could you betray the religion of your forefathers, the same thing they used to say in the days of Jahiliyyah, in the days of ignorance, to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. How could you betray your religion? How could you? That is an Arab religion. How it? You're not Muslim because you're Catholic. Because they think Islam represents a nationality. They think it belongs to the Arabs. Not knowing that the biggest population of Muslims are not Arabs. They Indonesia. You know, Indonesians. They are the biggest population. And not to let you know that this is a religion for mankind, you got Japanese and Chinese, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Trinidadian, Yugoslavians. You have all people, because Islam is not a race. You know, it's not a nationality. It's what a person does. See? And so therefore, there's a lot of digging out. When I mean digging out, a lot of wrong things that has been covered that you have to dig out and show. And the best way is to be able to learn your deen yourself. So we're starting with new converts who just became Muslim, having a network, being involved and connected to a strong community, or people who are connected to a strong community, that they can get this information out to you. All we need is your dedicated time. If you can dedicate your time to learning this deen, then we will have every information readily available for you so that you can practice with knowledge and understanding, and you will feel much more content. All we need is your dedication, your sincerity, and your time. If you stay with Sisters of Sunnah, I guarantee you that you will meet the most greatest sisters on this site, and the most informed sisters on this site, and the most dedicated ones who will go out their way just to get you this information to help you in your new conversion. And that, by Allah, is the truth.
I feel that